Well, the journey has been, very interesting. Obviously, Miles, who's a hero to most of us, and has done a great service, not just to the Lao Beijing and the people in China, but really has done a great service to the American people because he heightened the awareness that wasn't there about the murderous intent of the Chinese Communist Party, not the Chinese people or the nation of China. And I think that Miles will go down in history as a patriot, obviously in China, but also a patriot for the United States of America because he warned the West when he left China. He was doing these videos and talking about corruption. But it was really in that second and third year that I think he really got he really got traction and really got came in to his form here in the West, where he was the fire-breathing advocate to say that the Chinese Communist Party had a master plan, not just to become a hegemon in East Asia, but actually use things like Belt and Road and other devices to become a hegemon throughout the world, a dominant global power that would dominate the world, and that the Chinese people would pay the biggest price for that. The second would be the American people. And Miles would always drill into me. It is not China. It's not the Chinese people. They are actually allies of the United States, just like in World War II. It's the Chinese Communist Party that's killed or murdered at least 250 million Chinese people, not including the forced abortions, the 450 million, 80% of those little Chinese girls. So when I look back and think that Miles has been in prison for a number of years, I was put in prison, although only for 4 months. Miles was right. The deep state and the kind of global elite that are in partnership with the Chinese Communist Party will stop at nothing. They'll stop at nothing to see the assassination attempts on President Trump, but they'll stop at nothing. And obviously they want Miles to die in prison, which won't happen, but they want that. And so it's been it's been an exciting 4 years. It's 6 years. It's been an incredible journey. It's also been very tough. And I go back and think about Miles, the scene where we went up to do we would do two big things together annually every year. He would come on the show all the time. I would come on, obviously, GTV and the New Federal States, broadcast. But we would do the 4 June commemoration of those great patriots in Tiananmen Square. We'd also do the Chinese New Year's, where we would kick off with a couple of days of 24-hour coverage, of which I would sit there with Miles and be there for half of it while Miles and the team did stay up all night. And I remember in 2020 and going up there, and the first night, Bill Gertz, myself, everybody's up there for the dinner, and Miles goes, "Hey, we're actually not gonna have the broadcast tomorrow." And I go, "Why is that?" He says, "Well, there's not gonna be a Chinese New Year's." And I go, "Why is this?" This is like 14 or 15 January. And he goes, "Because there's not gonna be a Chinese New Year's because of a virus that's coming out of Wuhan, a biological weapon that the CCP have let off, and it's going to spread throughout the country and the world. It's going to change everything. And we're not going to do it because we're not going to have a Chinese New Year's." And I said, "Has that ever happened in 10,000 years?" He goes, "No." So it's been a long journey. It's been a great journey. We're closer to victory today than we were 6 years ago, although I know sometimes it looks like we're still farthest away from victory, but that's not the case. I can tell you that people here in the United States are more focused on the CCP being an enemy than ever before, and particularly with this artificial intelligence, it's gotten everybody focused. So I want to thank you, the entire team, everybody. It just seems like yesterday that we were out on the boat and out on the Miles's boat, and then also the utility boat of which we went out with Hank and actually shot most of this and some of the most dramatic footage of all. So been quite a ride.